Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Okay, so they say shutdown is over. They say it's over. They say we caved in. We gave in. Of course we did. We always do, right? Of course we do. Are we happy? Okay, let's hear what old boy said.
Frame for them. This gives them enough.
Y'all, we just, oh my God. We're going to come up on the losing end. He got booed his ass off, though. I ain't going to even lie.
Breaking news, Don Lemon here in Washington, D.C. with the breaking news coming out of Washington, D.C. The Senate has reached a deal. Senate Democrats have reached a deal to give Republicans what they want. Now, according to this CR, it's going to have a CR to January 30th, which is a continuing resolution, a promise of vote to vote on ACA subsidies in December. Just a promise.
A promise from
liars.
liars.
Of bills, including preventing future rifts and reversal of layoffs under the shutdown. And SNAP will be funded through fiscal year 2026. Again, that's the breaking news coming out of Washington, D.C. from my sources. There is a procedural vote that's happening right now as I'm taping this, but it looks like it is a done deal. Senate Democrats have caved to Republican demands with only a promise to vote on health care in December. A promise
from liars.
Details are still coming in, and we will bring them to you as we get them. Breaking news, Don Lemon
from
here
liars,
in Washington, D.C.
Right?
With the breaking news coming out of Washington, D.C. The Senate has reached a deal. Senate Democrats have reached a deal to give Republicans what they want. Now, according to this CR, it's going to have a CR to January 30th, which is a continuing resolution, a promise of vote to vote on ACA subsidies in December. Just a promise. A minibus of bills, including preventing future rifts and reversal of layoffs under the shutdown. And SNAP will be funded through fiscal year 2026. Again, that's the breaking news coming out of Washington, D.C. from my sources. There's a procedural vote that's happening right now as I'm taking.
How we feel about that? From liars. I know his feelings hurt. Ooh, I know his feelings hurt, baby. Those people gonna come in saying AI, AI. You solemnly swear to lie in your face. I solemnly swear to deceive you more than I've ever deceived you before. Don't believe me. I've never told y'all the truth. Never, ever, ever. So why would I start telling you the truth now? Y'all know I'm a liar. A poor excuse for one. Poor excuse. Let me see if they're talking.
The only kind of cheese you need this holiday season
A
is
poor
the kind that
excuse.
brings everyone together. Our cheeses have no dairy, no.
Oh yeah, no, they ain't talking now. They quiet as hell. Free money scam just blew up in his face. Trump, free money. What do you mean free money? Okay, I'm gonna let all of the news come out. I'm finna go to what I came here for. It's a lot going on with that. I can't believe they caved in for a promise. I'm trying to, let me see.
You know, look, I don't like Joe Biden, but you're not going to see me. If I met Joe Biden,
Oh no, I don't want to hear that.
I would
I'm a,
shake his hand and I'd be like, Mr.
Let's
I was
get
about
to.
say president. I would just be like, hey man.
It's just disgusting kind of right now. With all the lies and deceit. Let me start here first before I get into the Charlie Kirk stuff.
There is a new piece of reporting today, the kind that hits and you stop and you pull over on the sidewalk and read the whole thing. At least that's what I did. It's a potentially major development in the Jeffrey Epstein story. Remember last month we learned about Alex Acosta's testimony, Donald Trump's former Secretary of Labor and the prosecutor who just so
Please come in hitting the like button.
2008 plea deal before landing in the Trump cabinet. Well, he told the House Oversight Committee that he did not record. There is a new piece of reporting today, the kind that hits and you stop and you pull over on the sidewalk and read the whole thing. At least that's what I did. It's a potentially major development in the Jeffrey Epstein story. Remember last month we learned about Alex Acosta's testimony, Donald Trump's former Secretary of Labor and the prosecutor who just so happened to be behind Jeffrey Epstein's 2008 plea deal before landing in the Trump cabinet? Well, he told the House Oversight Committee that he did not recall any discussion of potential financial crimes as part of his office's Epstein investigation. But today, Bloomberg is reporting this revelation. Quote, emails and documents from Epstein's Yahoo account show that prosecutors in his office discussed the financial crimes component of the investigation with Acosta and copied him on correspondence about it. Congressman Robert Garcia, the ranking member on House Oversight, shared his alarm with my colleague Katie Tur last hour over this news of a money laundering investigation. Garcia also told Bloomberg this, quote, this information makes it incredibly clear that there is a massive cover.
Absolutely.
Reporting this revelation, quote, emails and documents from Epstein's Yahoo account show that prosecutors in his office discussed the financial crimes component of the investigation with Acosta and copied him on correspondence about it. Congressman Robert Garcia, the ranking member on House Oversight, shared his alarm with my colleague Katie Tur last hour over this news of a money laundering investigation. Garcia also told Bloomberg this, quote, this information makes it incredibly clear that there is a massive cover-up happening right now.
And Epstein's not going away. And what happened again this week? Right after every time Trump takes a body blow, there's more Epstein news. Have you noticed this?
Yes.
It's almost like they're softening us up for something. Right after Rupert Murdoch released the birthday card news and Trump sued him for $22 billion,
Right.
Murdoch announced the next day that Pam Bondi told him he was in the files last May. Well, look what just happened this week, right after Election Day. Now, as of yesterday, our old current buddy David Schuster was saying multiple sources telling him, you've probably talked about it on the show already, oh, the evidence is so much worse. That evidence that Pam Bondi had on her desk, but now can't tell you under oath if she's seen.
Yeah.
They're softening us up or something, man. It's coming.
I like also that you know what, you're a truth warrior, John Bugle's saying, and you posted I just want to point out that I have never called Stephen Miller Satan's butt plug. What I actually said was Stephen Miller's head was Satan's butt plug. I wish people would stop twisting my words.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
truth matters, facts matter.
Sorry, yeah, I wouldn't do that. That someone misquoted me, and I would never say such a thing.
Well,
His
it's
head
the salient point here is that you demonize the plugs in the head, not the person, right?
That's
so
right.
he's not
Exactly.
a demonic, evil person.
No, actually, no. The problem is that if you demonize Stephen Miller, he takes it as a compliment.
Right.
You see, so you can't really
That's a
demonize
promotion.
someone who suckles like a little evil piglet at Satan's unholy teat. He's already in the demonic camp.
That's an image that's going to put me to sleep tonight as I count.
You know what?
You
I
can
mean,
come
we lost
into my room. I'll hold you like I used to when you were a baby.
telling you, man, Dick Cheney is using Stephen Miller as a Horcrux, okay? Watch what happens.
We're at Horcrux.
Stephen Miller is so evil, the dark side turns to him.
I just want to give a shout out to my Harry Potter loving wife, Chelsea, who's out there listening now. She just chuckled at Horcrux. I'm
Yes,
sure.
yes. By the way, let's talk about your home city of New York. Shamato said, I think just with people, Zoran should announce that as soon as he moves into Gracie Mansion, he's going to tear down a wing and build a ballroom just to see how MAGA reacts. I say go one better, a mosque. Build a make half of Gracie Mansion a mosque.
With an imam in the
New York, what a week.
Yeah.
New York had some Cuomo sexual reparative therapy this week, is what we had there.
You're a delight.
You know, God bless Mario Cuomo. You know, I guess it skips a generation. Andrew was Governor Andrew Cuomo was the leader that he was a leader that we needed during COVID. I'll never take that away from him. But again, nursing home deaths notwithstanding.
Yeah.
But I mean, to not push back on the racism the last week.
Yeah.
To not push back on the racism against this guy, and to say that he's going to leave New York if Zoran wins, well, then you didn't care about New York in the first place.
It's a nice shout out to his dad, because he was a spectacular human, and I wouldn't invoke like rolling over in his grave, but I know for darn sure he couldn't be proud of the way his son behaved in the last week of the election like that.
I'm convinced his dad would have voted for Zoran. You're right.
Yeah.
I think his dad would have voted for him, because the whole campaign is so focused on poverty, which makes this Muslim more Christian than all of these right-wing Christians smearing him for being Muslim.
Preach. I'm with this guy.
Yeah. You're in the church of John Finkelstein now.
I'm in the
That's
front
right.
row.
Paul is just in the pew, man.
Here,
Just
but I'm just saying.
corner, right?
It's in this bailout during a shutdown, ripping down the East Wing during a shutdown. I mean, he's acting like that, sending troops.
Also, before I get in, it's saying look like Turkey and maybe New York put out Turkey for sure issued a warrants.
Who, in recent months,
Let's cross now to Noga
BB.
Tanopolsky, our Jerusalem correspondent. Noga, Turkey's of course been a vocal critic of the war, so was this to be expected?
37 warrants issued out for BB.
It's to be
Netanyahu.
expected in a wider context in which the Turkish president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, has really become a more and more, I would say, extremist critic of Netanyahu, who in recent months he can't stop
They issuing
comparing
warrants
to Adolf
for
Hitler. He has used
Bibi
very
Netanyahu.
radical terminology to describe the Israeli leadership. The issuance of these warrants comes in a context in which Turkey is vying for power in the post-war scenario being created right now by the United States. Now, Erdogan, like Orban, who you mentioned earlier, is known to be a favorite of Donald Trump. He's one of the kind of, tough guy, strongmen who Donald Trump is known to favor. But he's also the leader of a NATO power. And so all of these questions of how far can Turkey go while remaining a member of NATO in good standing, and what Israel will take from Turkey, all of this is coming into play. Erdogan is jockeying against Qatar and Egypt, the two countries who have really stood out with their efforts to mediate the end of this war. And so he's trying to make a statement. What is most worrisome from the Israeli point of view with this Turkish announcement is that I think only 5 top Israeli officials are named We know that 37 warrants have been issued. What this means is that there are 32 top Israeli officials that include members, people who have nothing to do with the government. For example, it could be former military officers or something. We don't know who they are, and they could be arrested even if they are in Turkish airspace, it appears. So this vast kind of unknown situation of at least 32 involving
What
at
is
least
Trump
32
gonna
Israeli
do?
top officials, that is what is making Israel nervous, and the fact that Erdogan does seem to hold quite a bit of sway with Donald Trump, who has said time and again, even as Prime Minister Netanyahu says Turkey cannot play a role because they support Hamas, cannot play a role in the future of Gaza, Donald Trump continues to insist that Turkey must play an important role there.
So Noga, just let's turn to another story now. We're hearing reports this morning that the remains of a hostage returned from Gaza this week belonged to an Israeli-Argentinian man. Do you have any more information for us on that?
Argentina.
Absolutely.
Oh,
We're
wow.
speaking of Lior Rudayev, whose remains were identified it was announced just in the last hour. He was born in Argentina. In fact, like you mentioned, he moved to Israel. He immigrated to Israel at the age of 7 and spent his whole life in the south of the country, the kibbutz of Nir Yitzhak, where he died at age 61 in 2023, trying to defend the perimeters of the kibbutz. His family has become, like others, very well known. In their case, here and in Argentina, he left a very large family in Argentina, and his family had grown, I would say, increasingly desperate. You know, as we're kind of counting down now to the last bodies that still remain, the last bodies of hostages that still include, I want to add, a Thai citizen, a Thai agricultural worker who was in Israel at the time of the attack. So it's not even all Israelis, but the last families still waiting are getting more and more concerned that in their cases the body may never be returned. And we did hear Lior Rudayev's daughter, Noam, speak about this with great fear this week. So I'm sure it'll be a great relief to his community that Lior Rudayev's body has been identified. We also expect to hear from the Argentinian government that has been very much involved in his case.
Noga Tarnopolsky there for us. Thank you so much, Noga, for that update.
I quit a 6-figure career to follow my God-given calling. I built a multi-million-dollar business that funds his work. And I have more freedom and flexibility for my family to do what I want, when I want, with who I want. But if I had it to do all over again, here's what I'd do differently. I was winning by the world standard, but God commanded me.
Got another one. It's falling apart, I hope. I hope it's falling all apart.
Netanyahu in support of a plan to
protest events.
Massive protest has erupted in New York against Benjamin Netanyahu
in
support of a plan to completely ban him from entering the city
without
proper clearance from the International Criminal Court in The Hague. And what makes this protest so powerful is that it's not coming from the usual anti-war groups abroad, but from his own people right there in New York. The very city that once rolled out red carpets for him is now rolling
Wait a minute, New York?
support of a plan to completely ban him from entering the city without proper clearance from the International Criminal Court in The Hague. And what makes this protest so powerful is that it's not coming from the usual anti-war groups abroad, but from his own people right there in New York. The very city that once rolled out red carpets for him is now rolling up banners calling for his arrest. And this is the irony born from the election of Zoran Mamdani as mayor. His victory has sparked a new wave of anti-war crimes protest. a movement determined to make New York a city where war criminals from the colonial government in occupied Palestine will find no safe entry or applause.
Ooh, I know
I'll tell
Trump
you more
mad.
about who is leading this uprising and why it's shaking Zionist circles to their core. But first, let's look at the panic in Netanyahu's camp, the flood of propaganda being unleashed against the newly elected mayor, and the desperate attempt to rewrite the narrative before it collapses completely.
Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani has a history of anti-Semitic statements. We've showed you, we'll show you again.
But you won't say that Hamas should lay down their arms and give up leadership in Gaza.
I don't really have opinions about the future of Hamas.
Do you condemn that phrase, globalize the Intifada?
That's not language that I use.
Are we ready to end New York State's subsidy of settler crimes? Are we ready to say not on our dime?
We have to make clear that when the boot of the NYPD is on your neck, it's been laced by the IDF.
After a short and simple video posted by Mamdani reminding the city's billionaires to adhere to new tax regulations and environmental policies, the Zionist media machine jumped into action, twisting his message into a wild conspiracy theory. Suddenly they're claiming he plans to confiscate billionaire properties, that he's plotting to Islamize New York, and that the city is on its way to becoming some imaginary caliphate. The absurdity of it all is laughable because during his campaign,
what?
It's on your neck. It's been laced by the IDF.
Opinions about the future of Hamas.
Do you condemn that phrase, globalize the Intifada?
That's not language that I use.
Are we ready to end New York State's subsidy of settler crimes? Are we ready to say not on our dime?
Not on our dime.
When the boot of the NYPD is on your neck, it's been laced by the IDF.
After a short and simple video posted by Mamdani reminding the city's billionaires to adhere to new tax regulations and environmental policies, the Zionist media machine jumped into action, twisting his message into a wild conspiracy theory. Suddenly they're claiming he plans to confiscate billionaire properties, that he's plotting to Islamize New York, and that the city is on its way to becoming some imaginary caliphate. The absurdity of it all is laughable because during his campaign, Mamdani walked, dined, and spoke with LGBT New Yorkers, stood with diverse communities, and never discriminated against anyone. But Netanyahu doesn't care about facts. He thrives on fear. And he will absolutely fight to take Mamdani down through deception and manipulation. And it's already happening. The latest smear came after Mamdani's simple visit to a mosque, a visit now twisted into proof of Islamic takeover. Yet before we go further, please like and share this video so we can break through YouTube's suppression wall against content like this. And if you haven't already, subscribe right now.
I'm not the only one that asked y'all to hit the like button.
Are you looking to establish your business
Hit the
using
like
address
button.
other than your home? Wish you had a professional.
It is such a pleasure to be here alongside so many friends and so many for whom today is the first time I'm having the opportunity to meet you. And this is the first Jamaat that I have been to since we won our election on Tuesday. And it was an election where we made history. An election where we showed that what
Time
New
for
Yorkers
change.
and New York City is craving is a city that all of us belong to.
We're here tonight because we love this city.
You see, despite their Islamization propaganda, the Zionists know New York cannot be Islamized just because its mayor happens to be Muslim. America's system of government separates religion from power entirely.
They know that.
All Jewish New York is afraid of you. Do you feel the need to appease the
Nope.
likes of Dan Goldman? You know, I feel the need to live up to my promise to serve each and every person who calls this city home, and that includes our incredible Jewish population across the 5 boroughs. And I've met with Jewish leaders, be they elected officials, be they community leaders, be they rabbis, and I've spoken with them about their hopes for this city.
A lot of real ones really embrace him.
When we speak about the rise in anti-Semitism, I
It's the
often
fake ones that
will
don't.
have discussions around what we can do preemptively and the need to increase funding for crime prevention programs by 800% to more than $20 million, and how that can be helpful in tackling this issue in this moment. And I've also heard from them about a desire, for example, right now in the High Holy Days, to ensure that police protection continues to be a fact of life at their synagogues and their temples, so that they can practice their faith without fear of their safety. And this is a critical part of what it means to serve this city.
According to a July poll from Zenith Research, you had a 17-point lead among Jewish voters in New York City, with a total of 43% of the Jewish vote in total. When asked about this on CNBC, the CEO of the ADL, Jonathan Greenblatt, said he doesn't believe the polls. And he said, you have not met with him.
That's true, I haven't.
Will you be meeting with him so he can vet you, I guess? Or
For what?
is that part of your strategy?
No, I think there are far better representations of the concerns of Jewish New Yorkers than the ADL and Jonathan Greenblatt.
In our interview last year, you told me...
Actually, I must add one thing, which is that the other night I went for Rosh Hashanah services in Brooklyn, and I was with hundreds of Jewish New Yorkers, and it was a beautiful service. And at the end of it, as I was leaving, an older woman came over to me and shared a sticker that she had made, and it was a photo of a bagel, and it said, "Reject the smear campaign, join the schmear campaign." Jewish New Yorkers for Zoran.
Demographically, the lie falls apart even faster. Muslims make up only about 9 to 10% of New York's population, roughly 750,000 out of more than 8 million people. Christians remain the largest religious group. Jews and the non-religious make up an even greater share, which means more than 90% of New Yorkers are not Muslim. So the idea of Islamizing the city isn't just wrong, it's mathematically impossible and culturally laughable, because New York's soul is pluralistic. It thrives on difference. It's home to Christians, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs, atheists, and everyone in between. A city that never bends to one ideology. So even if Mamdani prays in a mosque or visits a synagogue, it changes nothing. It only proves what New York has always been: diverse, fearless, and free.
Smear campaign. Smear campaign.
That was a Zionist caught painting a swastika on the subway days after Mamdani's election, a deliberate attempt to create tension, to make it look like hate has risen under his leadership, when in fact it's a staged provocation straight out of Netanyahu's old playbook, a tactic designed to weaponize fear and sow division. And while they spread these lies, they conveniently ignore the images of Mamdani meeting with Jewish and LGBT communities.
Intentional sabotage.
Right here, right here, right here.
Creator wide. Just hate. That's Letitia, ain't it?
Right here, right here, right here, right here.
We recently met and we found out that he's Jewish. His mother was Jewish, his grandmother was Jewish. So, Mr. Mayor, we might find out very soon that he's Jewish.
They may be related.
So, welcome.
His mom was in,
and I want to tell you about
what's that Denzel movie? Something, Masalas? Mississippi Masalas?
I like this guy, and I'm going to meet him no matter what the consequences are.
Standing shoulder to shoulder with the very people they claim
his mom was in Mississippi Masalas with
the propaganda
Denzel.
machine tells you everything you need to know. Even Piers Morgan, one of the most vocal pro-Israel media personalities, joined the chorus, framing Mamdani as inexperienced, extreme, and dangerous, calling him a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Very interesting politically,
No,
I
he
think,
didn't.
because Mamdani's clearly the most charismatic figure the Democrats have had, really, for a long time, since Obama, you could argue.
Maybe even more charismatic than Obama. If you think
Maybe.
about it.
He's more engaging, actually. I
right.
think he's more engaging. And look, he's an Arsenal fan like me, a big Arsenal fan, so we have that in common. And it's not that I object to his aspirations, it's just that often with socialists, there's a complete disconnect between the aspiration and the ability to deliver.
Adams had stacked the upper echelons of the NYPD with incompetence and corruption. She came in, started to tackle that, deliver accountability, and reduce crime across the 5 boroughs. That is what we would build upon under a Mamdani administration.
For Mamdani, the mission remains clear. He has vowed to fulfill his campaign promises without fear or favor, to make good on the mandate the people gave him, to make life better for the working class, and to ensure that criminals like Netanyahu find no safe haven in or around New York City.
You know, I was on the M57 not too long ago, which is the slowest bus in New York City, 4.9 miles an hour. And I was seated next to a woman who introduced herself to me as a speech therapist. She told me that she was Jewish, and she said that her daughter is a huge fan and phone banks from college, and that she wasn't so sure. And I'm looking forward to being the mayor for every single person that calls the city home.
Thank you for standing with honest journalism. Your support keeps truth alive.
Equality.
Subscribe to the channel so we can keep exposing.
As long as it's equality, I'm cool with it. Absolutely. Let's go. Where are we on to next? Let's go, good people. Can y'all double tap the screen? We saw that one. Turkey. We saw that shut down. Let's watch this.
When it comes to the Crime Stopper that we're
Because the guys
Hold on, we got a pedo cop. Y'all ready for the pedo cop? Okay. Refresh your screen. Y'all ready for the pedo cop? Pedo cop. He is a pedo cop.
Guess what? You're not a sympathetic dude. You're going to jail. Period. And guess what? And when you go to jail, you best not sleep on your stomach, because the guys in jail call them chomos, and chomos are usually either in protective custody or they get harassed or sometimes even killed. So this is a cop. So before we get to this is brought to you by eSign.com. eSign.com is a very effective way to do just about anything. Any kind of business that you need to do. Like, let's say you just get taken into custody and you didn't realize that was going to happen.
Hey,
so
naturally,
you didn't take care of any of your business that you had to.
High
So you call your
five.
mommy because you lived in her basement, and she's going to have to do all kinds of things, and she can do it with eSign. eSign.com, because if it's not eSign, nobody signs. eSign.com is a very effective way to remotely do business. I do business by eSign. In fact, if I have a client that's out of state, or if I just need to get it done quickly because they have a trouble coming into the office, I can just e-sign them a document. You download the app, you get 3 free signatures a month. It's an easy and effective way to remotely do business. Now, let's talk about this. Let's just play it, because I haven't seen this video, and so our content genius, Michael, thought I might have some good things or some comical things to say about the pedo.
I've never seen a more despicable set of facts as I've seen in this case.
There's two types of cases that I just really don't like. Anything to do with children and domestic abusers. Both of them have an element to it where the defendant doesn't take responsibility and...
These were the remarks of the judge who presided over the case of Jalen Fleer, a San Diego County Sheriff's deputy.
Sheriff
The 27-year-old
deputy.
looked clean as a whistle in his day-to-day routine, but
Sheriff
a private
deputy.
investigation caught up to him, leading to an interrogation that led to a search, which then led to a reveal of over 20 felony charges.
They have a network of cyber sleuths. They used to be like they'd bust the main ring, and then they'd find your email in there, and then get a search warrant based on that. Kind of like that, cops will set people up with chats and pose as kids.
A lot of them are being getting caught.
That finally put this monster behind bars. Special thanks to 5-0 Patrol for sharing the original interrogation clip. Jalen Fleer was a San Diego County Sheriff's deputy who once starred for Santana High School in baseball and football. He is married and was expecting a baby at the time, but instead came the San Diego County Crime Stoppers who received tips regarding the sheriff's quote-unquote lewd behavior.
And here's the thing. You're in a high-profile position as a deputy.
He got 12 years. Hey, Miss Tom.
And it's going to get out. So it's not a safe thing to do. But every time I've had somebody come to me with any of these kinds of cases, they almost always have a really decent-looking wife and something really decent going on.
A decent-looking
wife.
wife.
They just can't fucking handle it.
To a lot of evidence that needed answers.
He got a whole wife.
This is how the interrogation went down.
The story with us, of course, in regards to the report that we're investigating. You're not under arrest and you are not being detained. Do you understand?
When you hear those words, you're not under arrest, you're not being detained, get the fuck up and walk away. Period.
Get up and get out.
Do you understand?
Yes. Because the interrogator
If you
is
know
acting
you
upon
dirty.
tips from a non-profit organization, she has to set the disclaimer that this interrogation is voluntary and that he can leave whenever he wants to. He can even choose to not answer any important questions and can request a lawyer anytime he wants. But the interrogator has such a simple and open communication with Jalen that he looks at this interrogation like a conversation. Later on, he starts to open up.
How dumb do you have to be? You're a cop. You know what you've been doing.
You think he's
Your
above the
radar
law?
should be up.
Open up about himself.
Football, baseball. Went to Grossmont College for a little bit, played baseball there.
And there's only one reason for you to be dragged into a room by yourself, with an investigator.
I got a job here.
And you know you've been messing with kids.
So this is my second job. Started working with this department for coming up on 5 years now.
So baseball seemed pretty important to you back in high school. What position?
Pitcher.
Cool. How's your arm holding up?
I mean, soreness every once in a while, but I haven't thrown it for a while. So.
Yeah, no, that still kills me.
Hey, Jason. I hope he got no special treatments. I hope he. Hey, Vicky.
Nature of the investigation.
I hope he in
just calm.
general population.
She's not intimating at all the seriousness of what she's investigating, which is engaging.
Short, center, and pitcher.
You're in San Diego?
Yep, down Hilltop, Indian Valley. And have you always worked corrections?
Yeah, I attempted to go out to patrol, went to the academy. Things didn't work out there. So
A lot of them PDF filers are
camaraderie and stuff like that. So
work for the government.
Okay.
But weren't they a little old for you?
Married? How many kids?
Oh yeah, married. Recently got married this last year in September.
Just got married. Oh my God.
Oh.
Imagine later on his wife when she finds this stuff out. Imagine how now she's gonna be raising this kid alone.
Okay, boy, girl.
Mind blowing.
Very nice.
And you want babies, kids.
You're hoping for.
And how this investigator, knowing how she can keep this light attitude, knowing what the gravity of what she's going to be asking.
Sasha.
Looking forward. I thought you said
Sensation.
No, I'm excited.
Okay, that's cool.
Y'all please hit the like button, like, share, subscribe.
So in my mind's eye, if I'm this cop,
Join the
I'm
membership.
like, what the hell are you asking me all these questions for?
You never know when it will go members only. Hold on, let me go back some. How you just get married and you playing with babies?
Third.
And you listen to the friendly nature of the investigator. You know, just calm. It's like she's not intimating at all the seriousness of what she's investigating.
What just happened?
To you, back in high school. What position?
Pitcher.
Cool. How's your arm holding up?
I mean, soreness every once in a while, but I haven't thrown it for a while. So.
Yeah, no, it still kills me. I played softball.
Okay, nice.
So I was, third.
And you listen to the friendly nature of the investigator. You know, just calm. It's like she's not intimating at all the seriousness of what she's investigating.
She's smooth. You have no idea.
Short, center, and pitcher.
Think she's trying to be a fan.
Yep, down Hilltop Valley. And have you always worked corrections?
Yeah, I attempted to go out to patrol, went to the academy. Things didn't work out then, so I came back here.
Cause you a pedo?
Did you have fun at the academy?
PDF?
Oh, yeah, I enjoy it. It's good. I mean, camaraderie and stuff like that. So.
Thank you, Be Will.
But weren't they a little old for you?
Way too old.
Married? How many kids?
Oh yeah, married. Recently got married this last year in September. We have a kid due on the way in August.
Oh.
And you locked
later
up.
On, his wife.
Child on the
when
way.
She finds this stuff out. Imagine.
Oh, I would be like, oh Lord,
now
forgive me. Oh Lord, forgive me. Laquita be like, oh, can I have him in the bathroom for about 10 minutes, please? We gotta move some things. First of all, you cheating. Second of all, with a minor? Just as quick as she got married, it will be just as quick. How loopy as it will be out of here. Now I don't know what you said. Scene busted and Godspeed, repulsive, and leave me. Yeah.
And be raising this kid alone.
Okay, boy, girl.
Boy.
Very nice. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Were you like hoping for?
And how this investigator, knowing how she can keep this light attitude, knowing what the gravity of what she's going to be asking him.
Oh no, I said looking forward to it.
Oh, looking forward. I thought you said unfortunately.
No, I'm excited. Yeah.
Just laughing.
And your
How about?
Actually preschool.
With some tactical gloves.
I'm this cop. I'm like, what the hell are you asking me all these questions for? You know, I mean, he's a cop. He should know.
Yeah, we met in preschool, went separate ways.
With your heaviest billy club.
Things like I was trying to date her, but she was playing hard to get again.
Playing hard to
College
get.
Came around, trying to get in, and actually ran into her in PV about 3 years ago.
How about maybe you wasn't ready for a relationship? How about that? How about it really wasn't playing hard to get? How about you had some issues that needed to be resolved? Yeah. You in the kiddie section. You in the playground. Online. Playing around at the playground. Oh, no, sir. Talking about playing hard to get. Hell no. You wasn't ready for a real woman. Period. You like kids.
Yeah. I'm married, got a family, bought a house.
And I hear your schedule recently changed. How do you feel?
But got married, got a good job, got married, bought a house, had a kid. I mean, he's building, right?
Mm-hmm. He building blocks.
Yeah, we reconnected then. Yeah. Got married, got a family, bought a house.
And I hear
building
your
blocks.
Recently changed. How do you feel?
But got married, got a good job, got married, bought a house, had a kid. I mean, he's building, right? Be careful when you build that you don't have something in there that will just knock it right down.
Mm-hmm. So the schedule change.
Yeah. 7, 12 and a half in a row. Kills you. 7 off is nice, but it flies by, so.
Yeah, and then the 7 drag once you're here. So at least you're on your last day today, right?
This
Hi,
entire
Infinity.
That is probably his last day.
discussion is important because it will create a pattern of events that could lead to a
Unfold
bigger
your
crime.
arms.
First,
What you
she
defensive for?
establishes the background, and now she moves on to the place where the crime happened, social media.
So, how about social media? Are you active on social media at all?
Facebook and Instagram. I had Snapchat back in the day, got rid of that with my wife. We got caught being capping with her stuff, some stuff, but.
Can you tell you about that, or?
I mean, it was with another crew capping, but.
Oh, I know they wearing his ass out if he's in.
So you're communicating with another recruit?
I was back in
GP.
Everything got cut off. Got rid of. I mean, I didn't delete the Snapchat. I just got delete the app. So I haven't used it for like I don't know, a year and a half now.
Okay. So on Facebook, just because I like to jot down everybody's social media when I can, what's your Facebook login? Like your username?
I think just under Jalen Fleer.
It's your name?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you said Instagram?
Instagram, yeah.
Okay. What's
Now, remember what I said about what you do online? It's a permanent record. I mean, and so you can go back and get just about anything.
What's your Instagram username?
Oh yeah, he above the law. So he
they're
thought.
talking to him about, now that it's just inch by inch by inch. How this guy doesn't at this point just get up and walk away? Because he has to know.
He too arrogant.
How does he not know where they're going?
He
Is
can't
that
get
much of an
up.
adult?
He can't get up and
then
walk
you
away
said
because
you
he's
got
too
rid of
arrogant.
Snapchat, but when you did have it, what was it?
Just Jalen Fleer. Yeah.
And here's the other thing. You're a cop, pedo in jail. You talk about somebody being completely at risk. That's it.
A cop pedo in jail. Ooh, they gonna wear you out. Ooh, 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 ooh. I know they gonna let the biggest bubble, Julio, Enrique, whatever, wear
You're a
his
cop,
ass
pedo
out.
in jail. You talk about somebody being completely at risk. That's it.
Okay. So the one that you had there, has that account since been deleted or just deactivated?
Just deleted
Smart.
everything. It's still there.
Okay. And I know when it comes to Facebook, you connected to an email address. Do you know what email address is connected to it?
See, these are the forensic things that are super important.
And then your Instagram account, what, same email?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And I know sometimes with Snapchat, they'll have you either sign up with a phone number or an email.
Cops do not do well in jail.
Very cool. So,
By knowing his social
Especially
accounts,
a minor.
the interrogator is trying to piece Jalen's
Oh, now they go to
social accounts
picture.
with the anonymous tips so that a
Oh
connection
yeah, that's
can be
me.
verified.
You like that picture?
By now, Jalen is too open with his social accounts, and it took him this long to ask the obvious question.
I don't know, do you have any questions for me before we kind of...
I will ask what this is about.
Yeah, so we're looking at some allegations that were made. We're kind of, it started with a Crime Stopper report, so we're just kind of going from there. We did receive
Hi, Skywalker, a watcher.
a picture that, when we looked into it, it
Observe
looks similar to you. So I
and
don't know,
comment.
you can take a look at the picture and just tell me if you've seen this picture before. Oh, I have like 15 million things here.
I have
Dumbass.
15 million things here. If they're all about me, I need a lawyer fast.
So this picture.
Hold on.
We did receive a picture that, when we looked into it, it looks similar to
Oh
you. So I
yeah,
don't know
I
if you can
promise
take a
you
look
this
at the
stuff
picture and just
happens
tell me
every
if
day
you've
across the
seen this
country.
picture before.
Absolutely.
Oh, I have like 15 million things here. Okay.
I have 15 million things here. If they're all about me, I need a lawyer fast.
So this picture right here.
Yeah, that's definitely me. The gross one.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
so,
me.
This picture right here. How old were you when it was taken?
I don't know, 20.
20. Have you ever used this picture on any social media?
And see, that's a common thing. So he's looks
Young
a little
picture.
bit younger there. And looks like he could be in high school. And
That's
that
their
would be the
mentality.
perfect bait.
They're so used to committing crime.
I think it was Snapchat back in the day, yeah.
Oh, Snapchat back in the day.
Have you ever shared this picture with anybody on Snapchat?
Backing them up, absolutely.
Yeah, probably with my wife, to be honest. I I mean, obviously, I talked to other girls back
And
in
we
the day, too,
finding out that that's a thing going on right now.
If you had to guesstimate how many times you may have shared the photo, how many times?
3,642.
That's a whole thing right now.
maybe just a couple times, once or twice.
Okay, so definitely to your wife.
Yeah.
Okay, so you used that photo for your wife, and you were about 20 years old in the photo. You did share it on Snapchat, and then.
So this is also
Leading
a
his
common
ass.
investigative technique where you just repeat everything the person said.
And then add to it.
I mean, yeah, this was a long time ago, so I don't really remember who it was.
Okay. Have you ever posted it as like your profile photo, or ever posted on Instagram? Oh, I forgot to ask you, are your accounts, is your Instagram and your Facebook, are they private? To add somebody?
Yeah, I believe I had to, yeah.
You can't just
request a friend.
Yeah, you can't just be anyone. So that was at least a little bit better, where it's like you have to actively search for somebody, right? You in the photo, and is that a gross font? Is that gross font?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
This picture here was the first piece of evidence. The interrogator wanted to know how the quote-unquote anonymous tip could get a hold of a selfie like that. You can't download pictures of each other on Snapchat unless you actually send them. And it was never uploaded on Facebook and Instagram, so this means that he intentionally sent this picture to someone who is, according to the interrogator, a quote-unquote young female on Snapchat.
How does he not know at this point? Because he knows who he sent that photo to, right? And
maybe he done.
Even if it's just chatting with
went after
somebody
several
underage,
little girls.
You're soliciting sex for somebody who's underage, and that's
Minor.
illegal. It's a felony.
Based on Jalen's facial expressions, you can tell that he's now realizing where this is going.
Your schedule. I know
It's
that,
federal.
You work every 7 days on and 7 days.
Did he say it's Did she say it's federal? What she say? Baby, that'll make you fold your arms.
Somebody underage. You're soliciting sex for somebody who's underage, and that's illegal. It's a felony.
Based on Jalen's facial expressions, you can tell that he's now realizing where this is going.
Your schedule. I know.
Oh, your
that,
schedule. Okay.
You work every 7 days on and 7 days off. What is your wife's schedule?
She's every Friday, Saturday off. Day shift, so typical 9 to 5.
Okay, so she works 9 to 5, and you work like the complete opposite schedule.
Depends. Every 3 months we rotate days and nights.
Okay. And how long have you been on nights now?
Nights now, probably a little over a month now, a month and a half. Can I ask, is this something I should have lawyers on?
Okay.
So right now.
I know, right?
He knows he can get up and walk out. I would say at this point.
It's that arrogance.
No.
I mean, because
and I'll go over the healing.
no, you can't get up and walk out because you know they know something, and you don't want them coming to your house. You don't know what to do, so you gotta stay and listen to see where they gonna go with this. Yeah, it's like whoa. Wait, why you asking me about my wife and kids, and you done show me a picture of myself and all these Snapchats and LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, what was that other dating? Oh yeah, his ass in trouble.
And one might ask, should he be Mirandized? No. Why not? Because he's not in custody. Miranda only applies where there's in custody interrogation. There's interrogation, but he was told he's free to leave, so you don't have to advise him of his rights.
But he done forgot all about that by now.
Email on Snapchat, and potentially some material might have been shared.
Okay.
Some photos, some images, stuff like that. So
here come the line. Here come the excuses.
What happened from your side, if that in fact did occur, or if it didn't occur, we want to obviously determine.
The interrogator now learns his schedule, which will help her fit the pattern of the investigation. He wants,
but she already knew his schedule because she could get the schedule from employment records.
Absolutely.
Jumps in to ask if this is something that he should have his lawyers on. Once again, the interrogator's response puts him at ease that he's not being treated as a criminal and they're only investigating allegations.
Gonna allegate your ass into a jail cell. Give me that gun, give me that badge.
They doesn't get much more serious than that.
The first time she mentioned texting the quote-unquote young female on Snapchat, he didn't respond much. But this time, He gave an answer that led to the revelation of his Tinder profile.
Definitely look like a
So you're saying
kid.
if that in fact did occur, or if it didn't occur, we want to
Tinder.
One that I talked to, I mean, was about my age. I remember.
Okay. So
I
who had
remember.
you?
My wife. I mean, this was back then when I had Tinder.
He describes that the only use of Tinder was when he met an ex-girlfriend. They dated for 3 years, and then he got married to his wife, who he had known since preschool.
So he's protecting his image.
Oh,
Now, in case you're wondering why we haven't displayed the second picture,
Never
it's
take ownership.
because it's a nude
Oh,
picture.
wow.
He recalls that the only person who had access to this picture was his ex's Tinder account and his...
He sent a nude picture to a minor. And he's a cop.
Now, in case you're wondering why we haven't displayed the second picture, it's because it's a nude picture. He recalls that the only
Oh,
person
they
who had
added
access to
all
this
that
picture
muscles and
he had
stuff.
known since preschool.
Oh, okay.
So he's protecting his image.
Now, in case you're wondering why we haven't displayed the second picture, it's because it's a nude.
So they added all of that He-Man stuff. I was finna say, he does not look that thick to me. To me. What'd you say? He should know better than anyone. Oh, yeah, he should. He should. I'm sure he gonna be the one that's gonna tell there's other guys on the force that do it. I mean, please don't tell my wife. Yeah. What wife?
Sure. He recalls that the only person who had access to this picture was his ex's Tinder account and his current wife. His
Well, you
wife
know
is
you in
loyal
trouble.
enough to not leak it, and even though he had a bad breakup, his
The
ex would
arrogance
not leak
will
that
do
picture.
you in every time.
You
Absolutely.
can tell he's denying to share the real source of this picture because deep down he's well aware
Insecure
of who he sent it
ass.
to.
So, I mean, I met
I
girls
am
on Tinder and stuff.
just sorry. I don't understand the mindset, but I am going to be quick to label you as have some insecurities, some doubt, some something. Why you have to play with kids and babies? Why can you not go after people your own age? Maybe some years younger, but not a teen, not babies. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, some safe stuff. I don't know who would save a picture like that.
The same person who would send one?
Not that one.
Who would? Millions of fucking people.
More than insecurities
Millions
is
of people
sick.
would
Yep.
save it. And you
Narcissist.
know exactly what you did, when you did it, and how you did it.
Narcissist.
Now, when you lie here in this situation, you're just digging a deeper hole.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with this photo, right? It's just you.
Now, you know, I ain't gonna lie. With people that dig deep holes, at this point in my life, I try not to ask questions because I don't want to make them lie. I just don't want to make them lie. When I already know the answer and you already see what type of demeanor they have, they don't have morals and they don't have integrity. I don't care what they say. Their actions tell if they have integrity or morals or not. I don't, because they always gonna say they do. But it's no but with that. So, I mean, unless it's something serious, I mean, just saying in everyday life, I ain't gonna even make you lie. Because I know if I start asking enough questions, you are going to lie. And I'm gonna look at you worse. So how about I just don't even ask? Oh my God, no. Let's go.
So I don't know how we can enhance the other person.
Well, you put yourself in that. What you look at your lips for? Yeah, because you look, huh? Mm-hmm. Your mouth done got dry, your lips and shit now cracking, because you knows your ass is in trouble. Yeah, he already know that. Yeah, hit the like button. I was just gonna say that. Hit the like button, like and subscribe, please. Yeah, you may want to get a membership because if the likes don't go up, I'm gonna put it on members only. Like I did. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's go.
Also, some conversations that were exchanged between you and this person.
You can tell. Look, he went from being relaxed. Now he's got his arms crossed. He's licking his lips. You can tell he's breathing a little harder.
Me? Okay.
Oh, he's so arrogant.
No,
Demon. Mm-hmm.
Not recently.
Not recently, no.
What did he
He
say?
not
How?
only continues to deny sending.
Jaline ass.
Okay. There were also some conversations that were exchanged between you and this person.
You can tell. Look, he went from being relaxed. Now he's got his arms crossed. He's licking his lips. You can tell he's breathing a little harder.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you.
I didn't talk to anybody younger, no.
Not on Snapchat.
No.
Not recently.
Not recently, no.
He not only continues to deny sending this picture, but also sending this picture to a younger person, quote unquote, recently. The word recently implies that he may have sent it to someone a long while back who he's not trying to disclose.
Now, you said all of your social media accounts are private, right?
Yeah.
And I know you're a law enforcement officer, so I know that you've also taken the time to make your plates confidential.
I mean, back in the day, I don't think my current ones are, no.
I mean, obviously, I ran your plates. So you're still...
So obviously, I ran your plates. How this guy is even still sitting there is beyond me.
driving the Ford Fusion.
Yeah.
And is it black or gray?
I'm out of here.
Okay. And you got tinted windows.
I think I would have been out too.
And so,
Be like, wait a minute,
you know, when it comes to the photo, I really want to understand why this person would be in possession of the photo. But the only one who could really help me with that is you.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you that. I don't know. Okay.
Well, along with the photo came.
And here's the thing. When somebody sends something, there's a digital footprint everywhere in pretty much almost everything we do nowadays. So they're going to know exactly where he was, what he was doing, and how that photo got sent. And that's called metadata. That's all the data that's, you know...
about your personal life.
Okay.
And based on some of the information you shared with me today, it seems to add up.
Okay.
So is there any reason
He said,
why
okay.
the person would see they're you and share your information?
Sounds like it'd be someone that knows me then, obviously. But I don't know who. I don't have any enemies that would be doing something like that.
Oh, it's somebody else. Murmur.
Can I ask what information was shared? What they know?
We know that you're a baseball player.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people know that.
Yeah. So that information is kind of shared.
Okay.
She's so tricky, you know. And she's being very careful, but also nice and engaging.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell he's starting to get worried. Look at his face. Doesn't look like when he first sat down.
Your work schedule.
5 years now I've worked here.
Specifically the transition to 7 days on, 7 days off.
Really?
Oh my God. So when he...
So maybe it corresponds with the 7 days off. So let's just take a guess at this because I haven't seen the rest of this. So your wife, you don't have any really responsibilities at home. You're 7 days, 7 days on, 7 days off. So your wife's at work.
A convicted felon 34 times over. That's why they booed his ass today. That's why I looked over him, Mrs. Tom. Yeah, he's trying to get a reaction. He know
the reason why the interrogator used the word recently.
He trying to get a reaction because he knows that Trump is the same thing as this cop right here. He is a PDF-er. So that's why I let him make it. Yeah, he trying to get a reaction. That's why they booed his ass.
Is because the sender knew his current work schedule, something that was enforced just a few months before this interrogation. Now the information's not adding up.
He just like him. He
Clearly
wants some
implicating
attention.
Jalen. Now we have a username, J178211. 17 is the college jersey number, 82 was the high school jersey number, and 2011 was the graduation year. Now he claims to have quote-unquote never heard of this account, but it suggests that this account sent the nude pictures. Things are not looking good for him.
Shared any images of your penis with anyone?
Yeah.
Can I just, I know a lot of people do it, but let me just tell you something, gentlemen. The wiener ain't that pretty. And sending it to somebody...
Oh, get your asses up out of here. I could say what the hell I want to say. Tell him to stop messing with kids. Tell him to stay out of the Epstein files. Then he wouldn't have to hide them and hold up the the federal government. And if you don't like it, Linda Hood ass, get your ass up out of here. How about that? Linda Hood ass. Yeah, go over where you welcome. Your ass, if this ain't where you want to be, get your ass up out of here. How about that? How about that? How about that? Or that Linda Hood ass. You better be careful with accusations of DJT or anyone else. Girl, bye. Get your ass up out of here. Let me put you on blast. Yeah. Let me put you on blast, baby. A blast from the past. JDT. Where you at? Where you at, JDT? Y'all get the likes up while I put Linda Hood ass on blast. Y'all, I guess y'all thought y'all was gonna bum rush me. Yeah. Is that what you thought? Is that what you thought, Linda Hood ass? Oh, you better have just started your account on August the 16th, 2025. You better not have no, you better be a troll. Yeah, you better be a troll. Absolutely. I have the right to say what I want to say. I have the right of freedom of speech. Yeah. He should not have been friends with Epstein and a part of his plan. How else was he able to tell the feds everything? Because he was already actively involved. Yeah. Now what? Now what? Get your ass up out of here. Yeah, say bye to them trolls. Bye, trolls. Bye, trolls. Now, like I said, yes, she may be in them files too. But it's a lot of them in there. A lot of them, as we heard today, pimp their own kids out. You better shut up talking to me. Yeah. Why else would you have paid off minors? Let me get back to where we were before we were rudely interrupted.
You want to play like this?
Don't play with me, baby.
You do not need to be doing this forever and ever. Do you know how many months I spent learning how to do this as a kid?
Yeah, Minneapolis.
And how many times would you say?
Now, as we were, oh, I didn't put subscribers only, did it? Yeah. Now, as we were, before we were rudely interrupted.
A lot, because I'm super proud of my dick. I mean, give me a break. A lot. Where he was, what he was doing, and how that photo got sent. And that's called metadata. That's all the data that's,
about your personal life.
Okay.
And based on some of the information you shared with me today, it seems to add up.
Okay.
So is there any reason why the person would say they're you and share your information?
Sounds like it'd be someone that knows me then, obviously. But I don't know who. I don't have any enemies that would be doing something like that.
Oh, it's somebody else. Murmur.
Gotta ask what information was shared. What
And hit the like button while you in them bushes.
Yeah, so that information is kind of shared.
She's so tricky, you know. And she's being very careful, but also nice and engaging. But you can tell he's starting to get worried. Look at his face. Doesn't look like when he first sat down.
Your work schedule?
Ooh, look at that.
5 years that I've worked here.
Oh.
Specifically the transition to 7 days on, 7 days off.
Really?
So maybe it corresponds with the 7 days off.
Yeah, when the days that he is interacting with the little girl.
So your wife, you don't have any really responsibilities at home. You're 7 days on, 7 days off. So your wife's at work. Now you've got all this time during those 7 days.
Mm-hmm. And she pregnant.
An idle mind is the devil's playground.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take it back a little bit.
The reason why the interrogator used the word recently is because the sender knew his current work schedule, something that was enforced just a few months before this interrogation. Now the information's not adding up, and it's clearly implicating Jalen. Now we have a username, J178211. 17 is the college jersey number, 82 was the high school jersey number, and 2011 was the graduation year. Now he claims to have quote-unquote never heard of this account, but it suggests that this account sent the nude pictures. Things are not looking good for him.
Shared any images of your penis with anyone?
Yeah.
Can I just, I know a lot of people do it, but let me just tell you something, gentlemen.
Don't do it.
The wiener ain't that pretty. And sending it to somebody, I've never seen it really benefit anybody, honestly.
Mm-mm.
But hey, that's just me. I'm an old white dude from Minneapolis.
And how many times would you say you've done that?
A lot, because I'm super proud of my
And
dad.
to think no one is gonna show anybody, that's just the part that, oh, you can send me a picture. I ain't gonna show nobody. This is between me and you. Yeah, okay, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No.
I mean, give me a break. A lot. Oh, does it have earrings on it or
Damn,
what?
we
And did you dress
graduated
it
in the
up?
same year, 2011. Hi, Pete Austin.
Can you kind of explain that a little bit more to me?
My wife, my ex-girlfriend.
He keeps going back to that. My wife, my ex-girlfriend. You know, when he broke up with his ex-girlfriend, she says, "I'm breaking up with you," and she said, "Why?" And she said, "Because you're a pedophile." He said, "Well, that's a pretty big word for a 12-year-old."
Oh, wow.
Stuff, yeah. I mean, I'm sure Don's entered his high school. Even, junior high. Yeah.
Did you ever share any videos of you having sex with anyone?
With anyone? No, I've always had a person.
Why the fuck are you still sitting there?
Have you shown somebody a picture of you having sex with somebody and he had to look to, like,
you are.
He had to look.
Why the fuck are you still sitting there?
Yeah, junior high. Yeah.
Did you ever share any videos of you having sex with anyone?
With anyone? No, I've always had a person.
Why the fuck are
Wow,
you still sitting there?
you are sending
You know what
pictures
this is
to
about
a
now.
minor
You're
of
not
you
an idiot.
screwing somebody else.
Are you?
Hold on. Who? Did you send a picture of you sleeping with your wife? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's very low. Oh, hold on. Hold on. This fool done sent a minor a picture of him screwing. I'm gonna have to say his wife, unless you just, you out there that bad. Oh my God. Who does that? Oh, the police officer. My bad. I'm sorry.
You are. That was it. And my ex actually had one, but.
What does your ex look like?
She's blonde.
She's blonde? Okay. So you've never shared any videos Just still tracks.
Still
So,
tracks.
when it comes to the Crime Stopper that we're investigating and the Snapchat account, and of course your phone number and everything in connection with it, and some of the combinations of numbers and everything there, you can understand why obviously we have a growing concern. And of course your picture is attached to it, right? Which is even more.
I was framed. I was absolutely framed. That's not me. Oh, that is my wiener.
Or like either someone's.
Can I ask, like, you said you got ones too?
There were images that were shared, yes, that.
Ask, I'm sure you got them. Can I ask to see what they are?
You want to see the picture?
Now you want to see yourself. You want to see your performance.
Yeah. So I don't actually have a clear shot of one. Yeah, so I did not
Okay, I understand.
print out those
I went to a
pictures.
lawyer because this is kind of.
Oh, now you want to lawyer.
I'm uncomfortable with this. It's weird.
He framed
Of
himself.
course, like
He framed
you
himself.
definitely have the
Y'all get the likes up. I hate to have to put it on members only.
When you're in custody and there's an interrogation and
Now your
you ask
ass
the lawyer,
have
they
the right to
stop
remain
questioning.
silent.
He can leave at any time.
Yeah,
So they don't necessarily have to stop because Miranda's not implicated here.
Of course, you know, this is completely voluntary. And so.
And he said, because he
Get caught up on something. I'm working this career. I don't want to get caught up on something.
I fully understand. Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, he's waiting for her to tell him something. That's why he can't get up. Why else would he not get up? He don't know what they know. So he's waiting to hear something, cause how's he gonna go home? He over there doing the Donald Trump. He over there shitting on himself. He can't get up now cause he got shit running down his leg. He having a Depends leak. Yeah.
So, you can, yes, 100% elect not to speak with us. You are not under arrest at this time.
Yeah, I understand.
Obviously, given the fact that we're here and the fact.
I guarantee you, his heart is beating.
Oh, yeah.
50 beats a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Pounding, and his palms are sweaty and his mouth is dry.
Mm-hmm.
That we're speaking to you, I know that your bosses are going to want to speak with you afterwards. Yeah.
In this part, the interrogator has confirmed some details which are vital to the investigation.
Oh, yeah.
It was only after the discussion of the nudes that he finally decided not to share further.
And here's what I think the next step. He goes and sees his supervisors, and then
And they're gonna ask
they
for
gotta
his
take
back.
his guns and stuff.
Yeah,
away
give me that.
And find out if
Give
he's
me
got any
that.
guns at home.
Give me that.
But another interrogator in the room, who was just observing, entered to ask 3 questions of her own.
Oh, wow.
I have a couple of questions, but you don't want to answer. Can I ask you the questions? Because you can choose to answer or not answer. So if
Don't
I
ask me
question,
nothing.
Like, I don't want to answer that. You can tell me that. One of my questions was, I think I missed it, but when was the last time that you had Snapchat? Because I know you said you deleted it, but I didn't hear when you deleted it.
I just deleted the app. I deleted that one.
So when he says I just deleted the app, I
He
didn't
still-
delete my account.
No.
It means he didn't want somebody to look at his phone and see what he sent or whatever.
He's
was on
not
his phone.
fully out of there.
But if he still has the account, you know, anybody
Now
that was
remember,
his
he a
friend,
cop.
On Snapchat would still be his friend. Only one reason to do that. That's because you're being sneaky.
I was in the academy.
In the academy. When did you go to the academy?
It's like a little over a year ago.
A year ago,
Yeah.
so in 2019?
Yeah, right at the beginning of 2019, January.
Okay, and then what years did you go to college at Grossmont?
2011 to about 2013, 14.
And then I just want to make sure that we all understand each other. When my partner says a younger female, you
Yeah.
understand that we mean someone under the age of 18?
Yeah, that's obviously why you're here.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's obviously why you're here. I still want a lawyer, but I'm still going to sit here, even though this is voluntary. He
Right.
could have gotten up right away.
Because
and
he
walked
want to
out.
know what they
But
know. He got a
at some
wife.
point, you can have an interrogation like this that becomes custodial because
He got a wife.
At some point, if he gives enough information, he might not be free to go.
I'll be younger sister, yeah, she's 19 right now. 20, sorry.
Oh, okay. And then my last question was, she was asking about the house and the decorations of your house.
Uh-oh.
In any of your rooms in your house, do you have that new look where they have like the barn door, outer rail type thing? It's like a country. I don't know what you would.
The reason they're asking for that
'Cause
is
it's in the
because
picture.
that gives a time frame. Because he just got the house, right? Just got the wife, right?
Yeah, but it shows
And now
it's
the kid's on the
him.
way. Well, I'm sure in one of the pictures they had that
Oh,
same
absolutely.
barn door kind of apparatus set up.
Oh my God.
I see it a lot on like those DIY shows.
Yes.
Do you have those in your house? Okay.
Oh yes, you boo.
Here's what the 3 questions were confirming.
It's
Firstly,
him.
he deleted the app, not the account, so chances are that he could reinstall, use, and later delete it to look clean to his wife. After all, their schedules don't match, so he might reinstall it when she's not around.
Because remember earlier he said he deleted it because his wife busted him.
Secondly, the college years were confirmed just to set a timeline of activities. And the third question was just a clarification in case he later ends up denying what they meant. After these 3 questions, he chose to have a lawyer present and denied answering any more questions. By law, he was free to leave, but that was after he turned over everything to Johnny Law.
With the next step, however, I'm going to go ahead and pull some documents here for you. So there are a few steps that we're going to be taking after this. Again, you are not being detained by us or anything, but we are acting on behalf of the court moving forward. Okay. So I will give you a chance to read through this. This is.
And these cases aren't cheap, and a young guy like this can't afford somebody like me. I can guarantee you that.
So I will give you a chance to read through this. This is a search warrant.
What?
Yep.
I thought you were just being my friend.
Yeah, you done said this shit is in your house.
Search warrant so they can look through his phone.
Was granted
In his
this afternoon
house.
by a judge. The warrant.
Oh, by the judge. It's already been signed by the judge. It's already been signed by the judge. You knew before I sat down that you was gonna ask for my stuff. You was gonna want to come in my house. Oh Lord. They already have a search warrant. Oh Lord. Oh yeah, he needs to go and hand over his badge and gun.
Teaming up with it.
He said what?
As well as any more does allow us to grab some DNA swabs from you.
DNA.
Oh.
This.
Oh.
This is a
He done.
search warrant.
Oh.
What?
DNA. They want They want Dana?
I thought you were just being my friend. So they serve him with a search warrant so they can look through his phone.
Was granted this afternoon by a judge. The warrant does allow us to grab some DNA swabs from you.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
He said, uh-oh. Do you just need my phone? Do you just need to come in my house? Here's your badge. Here's your gun. I can't give you my DNA. You gonna run it through the database. That means it can be attached to anybody. Everybody up in there. And if I done some sneaky shit before, I'm as good as done. You can't have my DNA, lady. I'm about to leave. What you miss? Oh Lord. Now this was making me put my hand over my ear. Oh Lord. They asked it for DNA.
It does allow us to grab some DNA swabs from you.
Out my mouth? He good as done. It's a wrap. That DNA gonna show up and show out.
DNA. Uh-oh. That's even worse.
He said, uh-oh.
DNA. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's even worse. Because if they want DNA, that means he met up with her.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. He said, uh-oh.
Okay.
As well as any mobile devices that might be in your possession or potentially.
DNA. Uh-oh.
Okay. That's even worse. Can you just
Serve him with a search warrant.
come in the house, please?
Was granted this afternoon by a judge. The warrant does allow us to grab some DNA swabs from you.
DNA. Uh-oh. That's even worse. Because if they want DNA, that means he met up with her.
Oh, my Lord.
As well
Oh, look at him, y'all. Look at him.
Mobile devices that might be in your possession.
He ready to pass out.
In your locker. Do you have your
in my locker?
I do have them.
Okay. Is it inside your locker?
It's on the person right now.
Okay. So we'll. If you want to go ahead and hand it to us, we definitely don't need to go in.
Now, can I go in it one more time? Can I please just go in this phone one last time? I need to get some numbers out.
And grab it from you. But the search
Oh, my Lord.
Take it from you. Okay. Additionally,
some
it
more?
does allow us to have access to your vehicle.
Okay.
Is your vehicle parked here?
It's parked a few blocks away.
Okay. Do you remember exactly where you?
My vehicle? You mean the police? Wait a minute. Oh, Lord, lady. You take... Oh, shit now. You taking me too fast. Wait. What vehicle? The police vehicle? Are you talking about my car? My car. Oh, Lord. He ready to pass out, y'all. This is why you should keep your pallywhacker to yourself. That's why you should only give it to your wife. And if not, if you just insist on being an unfaithful husband, please find an adult. There's a whole bunch of hoes out there. Why would you have to play with a child? Oh, well. Now you know.
It's over across from Cap's Pizza over there.
Cap's Pizza?
Oh,
Is it like in a...
Oh, he don't even want to move his
Is
lips.
it like one of those paid parking lots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Lord, he know he in trouble. Now he's trying to figure out if he going to jail.
To also process your vehicle.
You guys are gonna take my vehicle?
No, we're going to process it here. After that, we will also have access.
Oh, no, I don't have time for that. I gotta go. No. Can I bring it to No. I'm finna go. Am I under arrest? No. I'm finna go. Fuck that. No. Hell, they gonna fire you anyway. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, because they probably PDF first.
Inside your locker?
My vehicle right now.
In your vehicle?
Hey.
So you have a code? Okay.
Oh, and they left when I put the subscribers only.
Well, the warrant allows for us to have access to your vehicle.
What? You might as well say he under arrest.
They're in your vehicle?
Yeah.
What's
Do you
it?
have a code?
I have a code.
Okay. Would you mind sharing that code with us?
Oh, no, I ain't giving you shit.
Process your vehicle.
You guys are gonna take my vehicle?
No, we're going to process it here. After that, we will also have access to your locker. Are your vehicle keys inside your locker?
My vehicle keys are in my vehicle right now.
They're in your vehicle?
Yeah.
So you have a code?
I have a code.
Okay. Would you mind sharing that code with us?
No.
Am I allowed a lawyer to sit under that?
Well, the warrant allows for us to have access to your vehicle.
I still don't have to tell you.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so you bring it. Yeah. That's fine. I'll give it up to you.
I'll jot it down.
Drive it.
I know the yellow.
Now he's realized that there's no turning back, as the so-called anonymous tips turned into an investigation and finally turned into a search warrant for everything he owns.
Oh, no.
Literally everything. The officer was later put on desk duty for a couple of weeks until the investigation went its course. His DNA swabs and everything were collected, and then in came the shocking revelations. In the court case of People versus Fleer, there were 4 victims between the ages of 12 and 14, but
12 years old.
12 and 14. I told you this was a Trump type stuff. I'm telling you, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them, and they like minors. It's something about that cult. And that live earlier today, you know, when the guy sent her home when she was a certain age because she had too many miles on her. But it's a certain thing about 11, 12, 13, 14. 4, y'all.
Prosecutors allege Fleer to have
4.
And then in came the shocking revelations. In the court case of People versus Fleer, there were 4 victims between the ages of 12 and 14, but
12 years old.
Prosecutors allege Fleer to have contacted more than 40 who described themselves as minors.
40!
So these kinds of cases come out of a compulsion because
40!
Clearly addicted to sex, and he's addicted to sex with young people, and you're just getting through this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
The prosecutors read graphic letters of his encounters in the court. He even engaged in sex acts with a 14-year-old girl and contacted numerous other underage girls over social media with the...
How the fuck could you do this, being a cop and knowing the risk again?
The prosecutors read graphic letters of his encounters in the court. He even engaged in sex acts with a 14-year-old girl and contacted numerous other underage girls over social media with the...
How the fuck could you do this, being a cop and knowing the risks? I mean, you know, some guy tries to do this to my daughter. Guess what? I'm going to the cops. I'm doing everything I possibly can to fuck your life up. You know, I mean,
and him up too.
This is just not okay.
And him up too.
Meeting up for sex. Count 6 said on or about April 8th that Fleer unlawfully participated in an act of oral copulation with a person under the age of 16. And count 7 and 8 said Fleer lewdly committed a lascivious act upon the body of a child 14 or 15 years of age. Jalen Fleer.
When you have multiple victims like this, you know, most
Ooh, what
states
are they
have
doing to
typical
him in
guidelines.
prison?
But there are states where this would be a life sentence.
Fleer pled guilty to 20 felony and misdemeanor charges.
20!
10 to 12 years in state prison with no probation. And he will have to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. What started as an investigation in 2021 led to the arrest of this madman in 2021. At the same time, we have to commend the efforts by the interrogator here, who was able to take out so much of the information from him voluntarily. But even if he had refused to talk, the search warrant had already come through, so there was no...
So we came across, I've seen this one on TikTok, just a little snippets of it. I haven't seen the whole thing before like this. And this is thanks to the villains. He does a pretty good job. But to be honest with you, they didn't really need his testimony for anything. They just needed his devices to confirm X, Y, and Z. And then they had the statements from, 20 or so people? 20 counts. That's a lot. The fact that he only got 10 to 12 years, that's a bargain. That is a bargain. On one count in Minnesota, it's 140.
Oh, wow.
Mandatory minimum.
Hold on, y'all.
In some jurisdictions.
Hold on. Let's switch this up. Oh, my. Oh, me. Oh, my. Let's go to Candace. Let's go to Candace. Oh, my God. Y'all get the likes up. Get them up, get them up, get them up. Let me get up out of here. Oh my, oh my. I was not expecting that. Oh, that's the same one. Okay, my bad. Ooh, 20 counts in California. I wonder I wonder if he in general population or protective custody. Oh, my. So they saying that Israel really murder. Hold on. Yeah, I'm running behind. So come on, get the likes up. I'm running behind. Thank you, Southern Queen. Let me make sure I have everything in order so we won't get no disturbances. Oh my, oh my, oh me, oh my. Dirty PED0 cop. Okay, I had to create them. Thank you, Mrs. Tom. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let me hear what she say first, and then we'll hear what the guys say. Hold on. Maybe we won't have to be on hers long. Oh me, oh my. Oh Lord. Are they about to collapse?
That they're forcing them away. Bibi Netanyahu is committing a genocide. I sense that the pro-Israel lobby is on the brink of collapse. They are desperate for allies, right? And they're so desperate for allies that they're forcing them away. Bibi Netanyahu is committing a genocide, and Ben Shapiro sat down with him last month. And do you guys think he pressed Bibi Netanyahu on the point of a genocide? It is pre-planned. It is not organic. The supporters are not organic. The questions are not organic.
Candace Owens is convinced that the pro-Israel lobby in the United States is on the brink of collapse, and hey, I'd like nothing more than that. It'd be the Christmas gift of the ages. And in this clip, she gets into how this plays into the recent Maga civil war with Zionists like Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin trying to cancel Tucker Carlson, why these people are acting so desperate, and why they don't exactly have the best standards for who and who you can't platform. So let's get right into it. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And they took out
now,
Charlie.
I want to also show you what Ben said about me, because it's so outrageous and it's so dishonest that we actually should process what is happening here, okay? This is a watershed moment. Ben does not have it together. He is very insecure, and he's going on the attack against Megyn Kelly by lying about what I said and then forcing her to react to the evil of what I never said. Here's what Ben said.
We're in a business where people comment on what we say publicly. Again, this is why I think you and I differ on our angle with regard to, for example, Candace Owens. I think that what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil. It is evil what she is doing right now. Okay, and I say that again.
But what? Because like I didn't opine on whether it's evil or not. But my position is it's really none of my business. And
why is it? But I have a question. Why is it none of your business? I mean, you comment on these things for a living.
I'm not mother of the internet.
No, but if this were on the left and somebody were accusing Charlie Kirk of his wife having murdered him, I assume that you would be talking about it.
Is that what Candace is accusing Erica of?
Yes.
Of murdering her own husband?
She's accusing TPUSA insiders and
The
other members
closer
of
they
the right
get to
wing,
the
including
truth,
Seth
the
Tillman,
more
of
they
being
lie.
involved in the murder of Charlie Kirk. Yes.
Absolutely untrue. I've seen every episode. This is a total lie. I have, reason to believe that Ben Shapiro knows it's a lie, and he cares more about the narrative than the truth, as do all Hasbara-obsessed Zionist stooges. It's absolutely untrue. Candace has been very charitable to Erica Kirk and not levied such
way too
accusations at her,
charitable.
even when so many people within kind of the conspiratorial community have done that. Have said, hey, Candace, you need to focus more on Erica Kirk. She was clearly involved. Candace has said nothing of the sort. She also hasn't said Seth Dillon and people within Turning Point USA are responsible for his death. Yeah,
but she has brought up you.
Where she said, hey, Charlie was betrayed. He was clearly turning against Zionism and turning against Israel. We have that in his own writing via the text sheet evolved, but never blaming them or saying that they were involved.
And it sounded like his wife was a Catholic, so she not that Zionist shit either. So, she named who she was talking about, and she absolutely gave old girl grace. She waiting for a slip up and a trip up, respectfully. So quit lying. They are panicking though. They are absolutely panicking. Hopefully for a good reason. Come on.
It's actual murder. She has raised some things I don't disagree with, but this is just a plain lie. And what else should we expect from Shapiro? He lies for a living.
It's just, I don't even know how to respond to it because it just never happened. It's so crazy. He's not even anywhere near what's happened. Anybody who's watched this show, I actually was getting flabby, and it's because he never
get the likes up,
comes
y'all.
out and says what he means. He's kind of like more of a behind the scenes person, and we're now watching him come undone in real. He lied about the Hamptons meeting and that he was pushing. He was pressuring Charlie about the topic of Israel. I never once accused Seth Dillon of murdering Charlie Kirk. So what's he actually doing here, right? Obviously, there's a lot of layers that we should peel back, and it's important that we do it. The least interesting part of this is the fact that he's lying through his teeth. That's implied he's a Zionist. But there's a lot more that's happening that meets the eye, because Ben Shapiro was effectively the final boss of the pro-Israel lobby, and it's because he never comes out and says what he means. He's kind of like more of a behind the scenes person, and we're now watching him come undone in real time, because no matter who you are in this age of digital media, it is simply not a good idea to lie through your teeth, okay?
Certainly so. It's so much easily disprovable than it ever was in the past, and Candace will bring receipts. That's her whole repertoire. That's her whole persona.
Absolutely.
That's her whole appeal to the people that love and follow her. It's just irrefutable. And to me, the interesting thing about this, and I agree with her, by the way, is not only that he lied about this, but that he's trying to steer Megyn Kelly and manipulate her into taking his side in this squabble, despite knowing. Ben's not stupid. He knows that Megyn Kelly is a friend to both Candace and Ben Shapiro, and doesn't
I can't stand people like that.
She has to take a side in this. Now, whether you do or not is not the question.
So you're going to paint a picture,
who's right,
you're going to lie and manipulate to make me feel a particular way about somebody.
About trying to lionize him as a rigid Zionist despite knowing better in his final days. I have a clear position on that. But Megyn doesn't.
Exaggerate the
truth.
truth.
To manipulate her to your side, specifically to try to win back favor on the right that you have so lost. And it's clear why you lost it. Because you're Israel first. You're essentially a foreign operative. We see through you, Ben.
Wrong time, 2025. Before you get the lie out, the internet is going to clock it, right? They're going to go back and be like, you lied. And when you do something like that, the blowback is going to be on you. They're going to go, actually, this now impacts your credibility. You said that Candace went out and said something about Erica. By the way, you hear the people in the background going, woo! I'm going to tell you what's happening there too, and you're going to see how this thing really works.
See this car? Let me show you how I afford it.
I can't stand that.
Okay, ready? So my car insurance was $97 a month, and I thought that was just normal. I mean, look, $70 for...
Maybe the Zionists piped in $7,000 to clap for each of the clappers in that audience. Maybe so.
Point number one that I want to make about what Ben is doing right here is just the stunning hypocrisy of it, okay? The rules for thee and not for me. I am getting old. My memory's getting a little fuzzy, but I distinctly remember the week that I was gloriously fired from the Daily Wire. And during that week, the CEO of the Daily Wire at the time,
They really do wish that she would be lying. They wish she was a liar.
And had a conversation with Nick Fuentes where he sang Nick Fuentes' praises and also invited him onto the Daily Wire, okay? Here's a headline, because the Huffington Post remembers too. Daily Wire CEO tells white supremacist Nick Fuentes that he's talented and he's very funny. The article goes on.
Okay.
Cancel Jeremy Boring. Cancel Jeremy Boring. Blood libel. This proves that that Daily Wire is an anti-Semitic organization. Look at what its CEO is doing. He's platforming and applauding Nick Fuentes.
During a live-streamed conversation with white supremacist Nick Fuentes last week, the CEO of the Daily Wire, a major right-wing media outlet, praised the prominent fascist influencer.
Collapsing. Big time.
Only mild criticism about some of his political views, a stark difference from how he has spoken about Fuentes in the past. On March 25th, the Daily Wire CEO Jeremy Boring joined Fuentes on X for a live audio chat room. Boring told Fuentes that he listens to Fuentes' show quite often and that he thinks Fuentes is quote-unquote very funny and one of the most talented political influencers, even if he is very concerned about some of what Fuentes says.
And just notice, the mainstream media, the legacy media, is going to put you in the same bucket of Fuentes regardless of whether you speak out against them or not. You know, they're saying this of the Daily Wire. They're supporting a fascist. This is exactly the tactics that the Zionists are now using against Tucker Carlson, using tactics indistinguishable from the legacy media and how they handled this, calling it, you know, a fascist and saying that this is a major right-wing fascist organization. Just absurd.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. They all over the place.
Later in the discussion, Boring said that he'd be thrilled to have Fuentes on one of the Daily Wire's shows to debate the media company's popular pundits, some of whom have millions of viewers. This happened. So I want you just to remember this, because I feel like people are not appreciating how hypocritical it is that he's now trying to struggle session Megyn Kelly because, oh, he had Fuentes on the show, when the Daily Wire position in 2024 was that their CEO could talk to Nick Fuentes publicly, praise Nick Fuentes publicly, and also invite Nick Fuentes onto the Daily Wire platform. Now,
it's pretty ironic, right? But it's not just that. It was the Daily Wire's position that you can platform genocidal maniac Netanyahu, throw him softball questions all day, and boast about it, and then double down on Israel's atrocities. And guess what? Netanyahu is guilty of far more crimes than Nick Fuentes, whatever you think of him, ever was. For impure thoughts, they say this guy is just beyond the pale. But we get to interview and just lob the easiest questions and just fawn over this maniac, this bloodthirsty mass murderer at the Daily Wire, Netanyahu. And it's not just Netanyahu, it's, you know, trans kids activists, and, you know, you had communists being debated by these people too. None of those people are beyond the pale. So they're setting the Overton window in the same way that the legacy liberal establishment wants it to be set. This is the Uniparty. This is the Zionist plan to try to retake this narrative that they've just lost with the public.
now, another point that I'd like to make is the stunning hypocrisy again and again when you stop and you consider that he's pressing Megyn and referring to this as an evil, the thing that I never said or did. But this is the same Ben Shapiro that roots the destruction of Gaza on. He supports and congratulated Randy Fine, who has literally tweeted laughing at photos of dead Palestinian babies. But I guess Tucker Carlson speaking to Nick Fuentes is just so much worse than celebrating, and not just celebrating, interviewing a man who is committing an actual genocide.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
That's not up for debate. That's what they're trying him for. Bibi Netanyahu is committing a genocide, and Ben Shapiro sat down with him last month. And do you guys think he pressed Bibi Netanyahu on the point of genocide? I don't understand how you could just go out there with your hair on your chest and you're just like, yeah, how dare you not make a comment, Megyn, about Tucker Carlson How dare you not make a comment? I care now about Charlie Kirk now that he's dead. I care about him and what's happening. Candace trying to find out who killed him. That's evil.
Yeah, the striking hypocrisy is being noticed. Let's just say the great awakening of the noticing continues. And it's over stuff like this. Their tactics are backfiring so spectacularly when they don't even see the hypocrisy of their own, judgment and their own machinations. I totally agree with Candace. The only thing I'll push back at is they're not charging Netanyahu in Israel with committing a genocide. They're charging him with fraud and corruption, and he would have gone down for that. That was a major political scandal in Israel in, I think, 2022 and 2023, maybe even earlier than 2022. He was going to go down for that. Those charges are still on the table. They've just been delayed as Netanyahu unfurls this
and remember,
genocide in Gaza and attacks 7 of his neighbors and then says, hey, we need an 8th front. That's propaganda in a...
And remember, hold up. Remember when Trump was over there signing fake peace deals and peace treaties and shit, he asked that president or whoever he is, the leader, to pardon him. Y'all remember that? Trump asked for a pardon over in Israel for Bibi Netanyahu. And then they laugh. Yeah. Because he hands out pardons. I was going to say something crazy, but y'all know what I mean. Get the likes up, y'all. I'm about to go members only. I'm almost 2 hours in. So I'm telling y'all, double tap y'all screen. Double tap the screen. Hit those 3 dots at the top. Or hit the thumbs up. But it needs to go up. Double tap the face of your screen. Our last call for alcohol, baby. And it's members only. It was really, really peaceful. Yes, indeed. Hold on. Yeah, his Gaza rebuild plan was exposed for profit. I know it was. It's a lot of stuff being exposed now. Yeah, Trump held out too long. Too much was exposed. And that blue wave, baby, it drowned his ass in that ocean, didn't it? Ooh, all that blue. Ooh, talk about a wave. Oh my God. Hold on, I got one more. Did Israel really take out Charlie?
On a vacation rental, if it's not listed on
Is it true?
Booking.com, it's invisible to millions of travelers on our platform.
Okay, only 3 people. Double tap their screen.
Alex always presented everything as if it was a certainty when he was right or when he was completely wrong. Like, I mean, just so many...
Mad Israeli propaganda. I knew that we were going to just be inundated with Israeli propaganda. And I certainly didn't want the conversation about maybe it's Israel to die on the vine while they produce the narrative that we're obviously about to receive.
Dave Smith and Ian Carroll just sat down to debate whether Israel assassinated Charlie Kirk. Famously, Ian came out with that sentiment just days after this happened, with Dave pushing back on it. Let's see where they are now and what they believe is the truth this far into this investigation. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
On top of the whole other thing, I got to know Charlie this year. It's
Of course,
very
man.
fucking weird.
You were just with him 2 months ago, and the debate that you had.
Me being there is part of the reason why he was killed.
Of course,
so it's like
of course.
a very weird feeling.
This is why I'm trying to. This is why I'm trying to.
Wow.
But if we're building a fucking case, look, if we're actually building a case to build a theory, like you were saying, Ian, right? And there's always been, and I said this. Look, I know I criticized you, and I didn't mean to go out of my way to on you.
Totally
but
legit.
I did go hey, dude, we can't just say Israel did this after. But when I've given you, and I have given you a lot of credit, and given you props on my show before, one of my favorite things about you was always that I loved that you didn't have the fake certainty that Alex Jones always had. And I like Alex.
I have the
documents. He's been very cool to me, but it was always, Alex always presented everything as if it was a certainty, when he was right or when he was completely wrong. Like, I mean, just so many. Whereas Ian would always, like, and you know, you would always have these things where it would be like, now listen, there's this declassified document. Isn't that interesting? Now, we don't know exactly what this means, but like, look, I mean, that's pretty fun. And I always thought that was a better way to do it. And so, like, if we're building a case here, we can't just go, hey, this is weird and this is weird. We got to go, okay, let's really look. Clearly, there's one element to this that's just undeniable. Charlie was going through a profound thing over this Israel question. You know, look.
Absolutely, that's become more and more clear over time with so many people trying to kind of dig in their heels to make this guy, you know, the most rigid pro-Zionist martyr of all time, and he was pro-Zionist for most of his life. But they're going to go with that despite the fact that they lied about him continuously, many of the closest Zionists to him, and then Candace Owens reveal for certain that he was in a text group with some of the people lying about him, including Josh Hammer, saying, I have no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause, literally like 48 hours before his murder. Like, that is pretty striking. That's a story, if nothing else was a story, the pressure of the pro-Zionist donors on Turning Point USA and the pressure on Charlie not to platform people like Tucker Carlson and Dave Smith, regardless of what you think of Israel's culpability in his murder. And I think it's very likely that there's more to this story than we know. Much like JFK, we weren't knowing all of the conclusions and all the connections to the CIA and James Angleton and the Garrett Underhill episode regarding JFK until years later. That might be the truth here too. So whatever your position is on it, you know, we have to be responsible about investigating this, and if you really believe that that is your conclusion, that Israel did it, you know, it behooves you to lay down a narrative as to why and support it with evidence, just like any narrative, just like that's the FBI's responsibility to do if they think Tyler Robinson committed this murder.
Everyone is going through a profound thing over this. I just had a post on Twitter today about, and people are giving me a lot of shit about this, but isn't it crazy? Donald Trump came in with the greatest opportunity in the history of the world a year ago, and right now there's a fucking communist mayor in New York City. The Democrats have had a good night.
Y'all double tap the face of y'all. Get the likes up. Y'all not gonna do it? Y'all not gonna double tap and get the likes up?